folks, welcome back to the You Want Pizzazz channel. Today you're going to be learning how to create this cool timer animation effect in After Effects. But before we dive into the video, I want to give you a huge thank you. We just hit 1,000 subscribers and honestly, I didn't think I would get here. And I mean, for some people it might not seem like a huge number, but for me, it's like 1,000 people are enjoying my content. I've helped 1,000 people, hopefully people are liking it. So it really means a lot to me. And I really want to continue to make awesome content for you guys. So please let me know in the comments below what kind of content you would like to see. Is there content that you want to see more of? Is there content that I'm not doing that you want to see? I definitely want to experiment with that. So please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for everyone who has liked, commented, and subscribed to my channel. I super appreciate it. All right, now onto the video. So we're gonna go ahead and create a new composition in After Effects. We're gonna make it 1920 by 1080. Make sure the frame rate that you're using matches the video that you're doing today. I'm just gonna go with 29.97 frames per second. And then when it comes to the duration, make sure it is long enough for how long you want the timer to be. So because I'm going to be making a 45-second timer today, I'm going to make the duration at least 1 minute so we have some wiggle room. Go ahead and press OK. So to start off, I'm going to create a white solid. And this is just so we can see the graphics we're working on. So I'm going to right click in the timeline here, click New, Solid. And then I'm just going to go with a regular white solid and press OK. So now we're going to go ahead and start creating the timer animation. Go ahead and hover over the shape tool here. If you hold it down, you'll see that there's several different options here. We want to make sure that the ellipses tool is selected. And then we're going to adjust some of these settings here. So we're going to start off by creating the background of the timer. So I'm going to hit stroke. And the background I think will be a bit of a dark gray. So something like this. I'm going to press OK. And then make sure that the stroke width is 80 pixels. While holding down Shift on your keyboard, click and drag to make a circle. And make sure you're happy with how it looks, but if you want to move it around, hold down the space bar too, and you can move it to wherever you want. I'm just going to move it so it's right in the center of this anchor point here. So let go when you are happy with how it looks. I'm going to rename this layer by right-clicking it and selecting Rename. And I call it Background Layer. Now I'm going to select the background layer and hit Command-C, Command-V. And that is Control-C, Control-V for PC users. And I'm going to rename the second layer and call it Color Layer. With the color layer selected, we're going to change the stroke color to whatever you want. I'm going to go with a purple. This is going to be the main timer animation color that you'll be seeing. Press OK when you're happy with it. Go ahead and open up the color layer, select Add, and select Trim Pass. We're going to use this to animate the timer. So open up Trim Pass. You'll see that this is what we're going to use to animate the timer. So we're going to start off at 0 on the start timer. We're going to click a keyframe to make the starting point. Because it's going to be 45 seconds, I'm going to move this over to 45. 45 on the dot. Here we go. And then make another keyframe and change it to 100. So at 45 seconds, the timer animation will be done. So this is how it's looking so far. One final touch we're going to add is the number counting down. So just go ahead and close up these layers. We're going to go to the type tool and we're going to click in the middle and type in 45. If you highlight the text, you can go ahead and change the color in the character panel. I'm going to make it match the purple that I chose today. You can go ahead and adjust the font and the font style. I'm going to select the layer and hit P on my keyboard and just position it so that it is centered in the circle. We can play around with the positioning later, but for now, this is fine. Now let's go into effects and presets, and we're going to search for an effect called slider control. go ahead and drag slider control onto the number. We're going to open up the text layer. We want to see all these options here. And we want to link the source text to the slider. And we can do that by selecting the pick whip tool here and linking it like this. We need to change this expression a little bit, so we're going to add to it. So type in .value .toFixed, and in parentheses, select 0. If you want to work with decibels, you can do it fixed to 1 point or 2 points. So go ahead and play around with that if you'd like. Now we're going to animate the slider. So let's just first open up the color layer, and you can do that by hitting U on your keyboard. So we're going to start at 45 because that's the beginning of the timer. We're going to make a keyframe, and then we're going to move over to 45 seconds here, and we're going to change this to 0. So it should be counting down from 45 to 0. I'm just gonna go ahead and change the placement of this 0 a bit. I think because the anchor point is off, the countdown is off, so I'm gonna hit A to adjust the anchor point, and I'm just gonna move this so it's right in the center. And I'm gonna hit P to adjust the anchor point again, and I'm gonna just put this smack down in the middle. And then this should be a little more even. When you're happy with the animation, you can go ahead and delete the white solid because we don't really need that. And then go ahead and export it. Go to File, Export, Add to Render Queue. Make sure the output module is set to RGB and alpha so that it exports on a transparent background. Then you can change the name of the file, so I'm going to call it Timer Animation. And then select Render. And that's it, you're done. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to the You Want Pizzazz channel for more videos. Have a fantastic day, folks.